Got an early start this morning. It's May and it's still cold outside for some reason. It's like 50 right now, which is pretty cold for me. But if you're like me and you can't drink energy drinks or coffee, try this out. It's Monet. It's this powder. You mix it with your water, or I guess you can mix it with anything. And it gives you like this natural energy and a boost. Just like it says boost. So if you want boost, just like your car, try it out. If you want to learn more about Monet and how it works and what it does, check out my wife's Instagram. It's gonna be up on the screen. Looks like this engine's ready to come out finally. Nice. Need to get a bungee cord and bungee this up so it's easier to install the engine back. But alright, the engine's out, so I'm gonna start disconnecting the transmission and go from there. Wow. That's where the rest of the oil is, in the bell housing. Dang. I was wondering where the oil went. Very nice. I want to see what it looks like behind the flex plate. Wow. There's a couple holes in there. There's some metal pieces. There's a hole down there. You can't see it. In the very bottom. And the transmission is filled with oil over here where the clutch is. And I'm pretty sure I need a special tool to remove this clutch. So what I'm gonna try to do is just wash it out with some brake cleaner and degreaser and see how it does. Look at that, copper flakes or whatever, some kind of stop leak or head gasket fix or whatever they put in here. But the interesting thing is, this is thermostat housing from the new used engine, the one that I got, and it has a little bit of, you know, the housing's a little bit cracked. It would work, but I decided to swap them out. And what I realized is someone removed the thermostat off this engine. This engine's been getting hot for a while, and their solution was, I guess, hey, let's remove the thermostat, and you know, it might keep the engine cool. I don't know if that worked or not. I'm guessing not. That's why this engine finally blew. Cylinder number 4. But let's continue. I'm gonna go ahead and start swapping things over, like the alternator, the belt. The belt looks okay. I'm gonna swap everything over that I can while the engine is still on the pallet, and then put the transmission together with the engine and then start putting it back into the car. One thing that sucks is on the original engine in the car, this wire was ripped out from, you know, from the alternator connector, and at the junkyard when they removed the engine, I guess they also ripped the wire because it's, you know, one wire. I guess it's accidentally they pulled it and it came out, so I'll have to figure something out with that. Hopefully I have a terminal that I could just slap on this wire and put it back in. I don't know, I'll have to pull it out and see which one it is, but that's no big deal. And also, where is it? Somewhere up here, yeah, this wire was also ripped out. I'll have to figure out how to fix that as well. But let's get this engine out of the van, I guess, and start prepping it for the transmission. New engine is connected to the original transmission. I was going to wash it, but then decided to wait until I actually have the engine in the car and then just do one last wash, because this is just like surface dust and stuff like that from sitting on the shelf. So the engine's gonna go back in and we'll go from there. Chill, chill, chill. So everything's pretty much connected and tight, torqued and tight. Besides, you know, the front clip, like the radiators and the rebar and all that. This filter got messed up, but I just picked up a filter, some oil, some transmission fluid. Apparently these transmissions only hold like 1 quart of fluid, which is it's crazy, but that's a little bit tight. It's crazy it only holds 1 quart, but it is what it is. It's pricey. It's like 30 something bucks, almost $40 for the quart. So I'm kind of glad it only holds 1 quart. Hopefully that's, you know, accurate. But as far as the engine goes, everything's good up here. This video is probably going to be super long, or it might be 2 parts. So alright, so now I guess what I can do is put the battery tray in, put the battery in, and maybe try to see if I can start it before I continue. So let's find out. There was a little bit of oil left in this engine from the junkyard. They always drain it, but there's always a little bit. So I went ahead and drained the rest of it, and I'm about to remove this filter because I have a new one. This one's damaged and it's old. About 4.5 quarts is what this Focus holds. Fresh oil. Here's how I'm gonna fill the transmission. I've got the fill plug taken out. I've got a clear hose. I don't know, I think that's like a 3/8 hose or something like that. It goes up into the funnel up here, and I'm just gonna pour it in, the whole quart. Hopefully it's gonna be good. I tilted the car a little bit so it doesn't spill out. Let's do it. All right, I think I got all the fluids taken care of, so I'm gonna connect the battery. The battery charged up really nice. It's holding like 12.5 volts right now. It's been like over a day since I charged it. So let's see if it's gonna start, I guess. I have enough things connected for it to start, I believe. Let's see. All right, 2016 Ford Focus, engine replaced, first start. Let's do it. I'm gonna cycle the key a couple times. It's alive, smoking everywhere because, you know, fluid spilled and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna run it for too long. It's been about 15 seconds since I started it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. So because there was so much like copper or whatever that was, like fine flakes in the coolant system, I want to go ahead and flush it with this flush that I had for years. I don't know why I bought it, but I had it. I'm just gonna use it up, so I'm gonna fill that up and water and just let it warm up, go through the heat cycle, and then if there's no leaks, if everything checks out, then I will just drain it and fill it up with coolant. So let's do that, and maybe even take it on a test drive. We'll see.
Actually, I went and picked up this bumper today locally for 50 bucks. Bumper's trash, but the bottom lip over here that I need is good. And this hood latch is good because on our original bumper, the bottom lip is missing. And then the hood latch was sort of the tabs were broken, so that's perfect. So I'm gonna assemble it and slap it on the car. Well, there's the finished product. Just washed the engine bay. Everything looks good. The only thing I didn't install is the air shutters that goes behind the grill because it hasn't come in yet, but everything else looks good. Coolant isn't leaking, but I do have water in there with coolant flush. So after I test drive it, I'm gonna drain it and refill it with coolant. But right now I'm gonna go on the test drive and fill it up with some gasoline because the light is on and it needs some fuel, some fresh fuel. So let's go on the test drive. Well, it drives good, it sounds good, but there is some kind of vibration and some kind of noise. Sounds like maybe a wheel bearing is bad, so I'll have to look into that. But it runs and drives, and the only light that's on right now is the fuel light, which is great. So that'll be it on this one, and hopefully there's gonna be more soon, so stay tuned later.